Alright, it's that time again, time for another midweek video. And I'm thinking, let's go ahead and split some matches and make them last forever. Let's get to it. Alright, so today's video, we're going to split some matches and make them last forever. Well, not really forever, but you're going to double or even triple the amount of matches that you're carrying. Now today, with how things are and the technology, we have all kinds of storm-proof matches. Yuko makes the ones that last, a minute and a half, things like that. Strike them, and they're like basically mini flares, and they'll burn for a long time, and you can light your fire with it in different areas. Toss the match in there, and it continues to burn. Those are always a good thing to have. But before all of that, most people had one of three types. They were either paper matches, strike on the box matches, or strike anywhere matches. And the common thing to do back then would be to get some type of clear nail polish or varnish and lightly coat the matches to make them storm proof. When you went to light them, it would tend to be a problem unless you could get that wore off by maybe 2 or 3 strikes, and then it would work. But for the most part, they were waterproof, and it worked for a long time. One thing that's not talked about is how to basically, like I mentioned, either double or triple the amount of matches you can carry. Let's say you're going to carry one box of matches, the small ones, and let's say each box has 50. Well, by simply splitting those matches the proper way, you now can carry 100. So let's go ahead and talk about the proper way to strike a match first, and then we'll talk about splitting these matches in different ways to extend the resources that we're carrying. Now we're going to demonstrate the proper way to hold a match using these strike on the box matches. Technically what people do is they'll grab their index finger and thumb, grab the match about right here, go to the sandpaper strip that we talked about, usually on both sides of the box. They'll push against it really hard and it snaps off. And then they'll just toss the match or try to light it right here and it burns up really quick and they gotta, and then drop it, okay? Either way, you're gonna blow through matches. So the proper way to hold a match, whether it be paper or wood, is to take your index finger and thumb, place it just beneath the striking area, take your index finger and support that head, just like so. Then strike it along the box. Once it's lit, move your finger away and back them off. Same thing with the paper match, index finger and thumb, support the head, and strike. Pretty simple and straightforward. Index finger and thumb about a ½ inch down, support the head with your middle finger, and then strike. Now, what it boils down to is wood matches versus paper matches. Now, whether it be a strike anywhere match or a strike on the box match, if it's made of wood, you're going to split it the exact same way. A paper match has to be pulled apart. We'll deal with that one later. So, let's go ahead and grab one of these wood matches and then get her done. Now there's several ways you can split the match. I've seen some people start back here and work their way forward. What I have found works the best is trying to locate the center point right beneath the match head in this area right here. Then take the tip of the knife and you're going to stab it into the wood. It's going to split the head. Then you can work your way down the match. The goal ultimately is to try to split the match head evenly, but most of the time you're going to get a thicker end and a thinner end. But if you can get it in the center, that's optimal and that's perfect. And now our box of 250 just became 500. And now let's go ahead and move on to the strike anywhere matches. Now these are meant to be struck anywhere, but there's common sense involved. You see on TV they're going to strike it on their beard, and that obviously doesn't work. But the application is the same. You want to go ahead and use your index finger and thumb, support that head. We're going to utilize the box that it came in, and look at that, it worked. Now, let's move on to something more challenging. A rough rock. And not all rocks are created equal. This one here is rough. There's more of a flat spot right here. Let's go ahead and try it out. Might take a couple tries, but let's see if it will actually work. We're going to go ahead and give it a shot with the strike anywhere matches. The problem is, usually with these small ones, the heads break right off. When you split them, the coating actually crumbles and falls apart. But we'll give it a shot. Once again, straightforward, and it seems to work on both types of wood matches, whether it be strike on the box or strike anywhere. Now, on to our paper match. What we're going to do with this, we're going to pull off one match, and we're going to start at the bottom and try to split this down the center with our thumbnails and our fingers and work our way towards the match head, carefully pulling it apart. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, truth be told, not all matches or match boxes or books of matches are created equal. These paper matches came from the MRE from last Sunday's Soul Overnight video, and they suck. However, that sandpaper strip on the back sucks worse. Compared to the one on the actual Strike Anywhere matches, just looking at them, you can see night and day difference. Rubbing my finger across it, this one here is rough, this one's almost smooth. Now, that's why I defaulted to using this one, but it still worked. The theory was proven. So, my advice is, if you need to default to something like this where you're splitting matches, your life is probably hanging in the balance, and it ranks up there with going out to the woods and making a bow drill. Your days are numbered. I would stick with something more modern, like the all-weather matches or the stormproof matches from Yuko, something to that effect. However, based on this video, you see that you can double and even triple your matches. Now, I said triple, I didn't say quadruple, and here's why. I demonstrated how to split the match. You can split them again, and that's technically, you're going to have 4. So you say, well, that's quadrupling. Most of the time in attempting that, what you're going to see is the head of the match is going to break off the piece of wood, and you might get maybe 20 or 30% of those that will stay intact. So when it comes down to it, at most you're going to triple them. I would stay safe and learn how to split them and just stick with that. The last thing I want to talk about is you want to waterproof these somehow. Like I said, back in the day, some type of varnish, nail polish somewhere in there. The clear nail polish that works good. Or take the easy route, like me. Survival should be easy. It shouldn't be convoluted to where you're just going out there and spinning your wheels. Get a Ziploc bag, place them inside, and seal it up. There you go. Now, last thing I want to talk about real quick, if someone's going to ask the question, so I'll address it here. Can you take those storm-proof matches from Yuko and split them in half and get more bang for your buck? Here's my answer. I have no idea. And here's why I have no idea. Because I don't own them. I default to using a Bic lighter because I'm guaranteed flame first time every time. And if survival is real, I want the most direct, simplest approach possible. If I'm out there building some pump drill or bow drill or some kind of apparatus and blowing through calories and hanging ridge lines with coring out toggles and toggleless ridge lines and going all this and spending 5 hours doing all this, that's 5 hours that I've blown through water, blown through calories, and 5 hours I didn't get out there and put something out for my attempted rescue. So I'm going to keep things as simple as possible. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. However, those that have those matches, if you want to split one, hit me up on Facebook Messenger, send me a video, because I want to see it. That would be kind of cool to actually split those and save them. But I think what's going to happen is all that coating that goes all the way down that piece of wood is probably going to crumble and break off. And then you're left with just a match, and it's like, well, then I could just carry a regular match, because all that brown coating is the burn time, right? Makes sense? But those that have done it or are going to attempt it, let me know. On that note, let's end this bad boy off. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in 2 places. One, my Amazon affiliate page, and 2, my Etsy store. Both links are found inside my description box. Now, please do me that favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.